Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jay Ryan Douglas, and today we are back with another episode of Dr. EHTV, bringing you conscious media right to your home, where we get together every Wednesday afternoon and unpack the 8 areas of life. We've had some phenomenal guests so far on the show. A couple of weeks ago, we had the conscious media creator, Ben Joseph Stewart, an unbelievable episode where Dr. E and Ben really went deep into the process of awakening, how to integrate that into everyday life, and then also delving a little bit into psychedelics. And that uncensored version is available on Dr. E TV. I'll put the link in below if you want to join and subscribe monthly or yearly. It's a fantastic investment and full of amazing conscious content. And today we're back again with Dr. Espen and myself, and we're going to unpack the physical area of life, really looking at the base chakra and the importance of this in our lives. How are you today, Dr. E?
Oh, it's a privilege to be here. I'm coming to you live from a brand new studio. This is really cool. We are at the top of the gorgeous Springbrook National Park, looking over the whole of Gold Coast with this incredible soundproof studio. So very well. Just came out of a 7-day, let's call it meditation retreat. And feeling very clear, very cleansed, very grateful, very present, very honored to be here with everyone. So for those of you watching and listening live, comment, drop us a line in the chat section where you are. For those of you listening to the podcast or watching YouTube, pop us a comment below. And let's get into it. This is going to be a very powerful episode.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And you are looking fantastic as ever, mate. You're looking fresh and dapper as always. So lovely to see you. And it's so nice to see you guys tuning in. If you are watching right now, yeah, let us know where you're tuning in from. Leave us a like. And if you do like this video, please share it with your friends. This will just be a short little update around the physical area of life. However, we're going to go to the Dr. E TV to have the uncensored version where we can really dive into that. And I'm just going to pop in the comment section here how you guys can join. There is a 7-day free trial. So if you just follow the link in the comments, you can view not only the uncensored versions of the previous conversations with the likes of Ben Joseph Stewart, but you'll see today's video where we unpack the physical area of life. So just a quick, brief little intro, Dr. E, what would you suggest is one of the important elements of honoring the physical self?
Great question. So for everyone listening, take a moment to feel into your bodies. Before we move into talking about exploring, mentally, emotionally looking at it, really take a moment to drop into your body and feel into your body and understand that that's the only place that your spirit and your soul has to live. How are you right now? Are you happy with your body? Do you feel proud? And not in the sense of self-righteousness or ego, but do you feel proud of the temple that you live in? Do you feel like you've got a vessel that enables you to express your spirit and soul and joy within this storehouse of quantum energy that enables you to express yourself fully without pain, without limitation? As a primary healthcare physician, I've had the honor and the privilege now of caring for almost 15,000 people. And before I, started working as a clinician, I was working as a nutritionist in Norway. I was a personal trainer. I was also trained as a physical education teacher. So I've got a long, somewhat extensive background in the knowledge and understanding of human physiology. And the biggest problem that I've got is that most people, and again, as you listen, feel into this, and most people let themselves go. They don't take their health seriously at all. They don't understand that your body's like a Ferrari. You don't put crap fuel in a Ferrari. You just don't. And the reason why we do, though, is not because we don't often honor our bodies. It's because we have so many of these conditions, these negative limiting beliefs that play tricks on the unconscious mind, and they create emotional suffering. I can tell you from having lived a very unhealthy life. I was drinking a lot of alcohol in my teens, eating very unhealthy. Luckily, I was very mobile and I was exercising a lot because I had so much energy, but my body was toxic AF. And it was not until I understood the purity and how to purify the vessel that I actually understood what it feels like to be alive. Most people are living lives of quiet desperation, according to one of my favorite authors, Henry David Thoreau. And this is not to say that everyone does all the time, but the problem is you don't know how good it feels to feel good. We don't know how good it feels to feel free, to be pain-free. I'll take 2 weeks out and I'll eat crap, drink too much alcohol, and not take care of myself and stress. And man, it brings me back to the way I used to feel when I was in a wheelchair. It brings me back to what I used to feel like when I was depressed. It brings me back to what I used to feel like when I was completely lost. And it just reminds me of how much power you, listening, take a breath, how much power you have over your sovereignty, over your own vessel. And the first path to any and all spiritual awakening across nations, across religions, across philosophy, across science, the first step is to purify your vessel. And that's the reason why physical health is the first thing for us to discuss. And I'm excited to go deep with you. So if you do feel like you need to or want to invest more in your physical being to express that vitality, please listen carefully and let's dive in.
So good, so good. Thank you, Dr. E. Yeah, it's a very fundamental part of our existence, the physical. We're all here. We can feel the flesh, the blood, the skin, the bones, and it's exciting and super interesting how little I know and we all know just about how our physical body functions and operates. And I'm excited to dive into this topic with you. So if you guys would like to join us, now's your opportunity. You'll see just in the comments, join the link, join the live conversation. We also have a live chat available. If you have any questions for Dr. E, you can drop them in the comments section. We'll be happy to answer any of those questions and really explore the physiology, the physical elements of being a human in today's world. Super exciting.
Yeah. So let me give you a little insight. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the 3 steps of how to cleanse and purify your temple. And that's not to say that it's going to be difficult, but there are 3 secrets that I didn't know. And when I was a nutritionist, I used to teach the physical principles all the time, but I forgot about these 3 principles, which are the main things that bring you into that alignment of purity, that alignment of having a vessel and a body that allows you to express yourself fully and be well, and not be trapped within your physical body, getting old, having a young spirit that wants to express itself. It wants to be free, it wants to be, loved and enjoy itself, but it can't because the body is broken down. Also want to just remind everyone that, science has proven, and according to the incredible Dr. Deepak Chopra, one of my favorite quotes is infinite potentiality. Dr. Deepak, such a legend. He says, in your body, you have about 70 trillion cells. Okay, listen to that. That's 70 trillion cells. Okay, that's a lot of zeros. And according to Dr. Deepak's research, each cell, that's either a skin cell, a nail cell, a hair cell, a heart cell, a liver cell, a prostate cell, you name it, muscle cell. Each cell of your 70 trillion, let's call it 50 to 100 trillion, each of those cells has an estimated 6 trillion actions. It does 6 trillion different things. For each of the 50 to 100 trillion, each cell has an estimated 6 trillion actions per cell per second. Okay? You need to probably go back and listen to that again until you grasp the vastness of this incredible intelligence, this inner intelligence, this consciousness that you have within. And when you understand that these 70 trillion cells with 6 trillion actions per cell per second is governed by your higher self, that consciousness, that spirit that is, and that consciousness and spirit is expressed within that human form, you can begin to understand how you can be a master creator of your own physical well-being and emotional and mental well-being, because of course how we feel physically is how we're going to feel mentally and emotionally. And the second thing that I'd like to leave you with before we jump into the uncensored version, where I'm going to drop some big ass bombs today, is to just share with you that the incredible science of epigenetics. You know, Dr. Bruce Lipton, the first in the world to do stem cell research in the 1960s, had to leave the Stanford Medical University because he said what we teach in medicine, which by, let's be honest, most medicine is not healthcare. It is sick care. There is a big difference between, let's say, the general practitioner, which specializes in sickness, compared to someone that specializes in health. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't go to a medical doctor and say, can you please teach me about nutrition? Because they don't have much training, if at all, in nutrition. I think there's less than 20 hours in total in a 6-year degree for an MD to become certified these days. And so that's not to say that it's good or bad or right or wrong, but what it does speak to is that most doctors are specialized in sickness. I don't just want sick care specialists. I want health and well-being specialists on my team. And so Dr. Bruce Lipton recognized this. He recognized that most of medicine is based around pharmaceutical medicine, which is a drug, throw the drug on it, hopefully it'll fix the problem, and so on, then, mask the symptoms. Kind of like trying to get rid of the fire, trying to get rid of the smoke without putting out the fire. And so Dr. Bruce Lipton then left the Stanford Medical University after discovering this in the 1960s, because he said, and I quote, and just let this sink in for a moment, genes do not control life. Genes respond to life. And what he meant by that was that it is our lifestyle. In fact, he quoted through his research, 95%, ladies and gentlemen, 95% of every ailment in the world related to chronic disease, 95% of every ailment related to chronic disease is directly attributed to and caused by lifestyle. So when and if we say this runs in the family, my mum had it, her mum had it, and therefore I'll get it, yes, you're correct. And no more in 5% of cases can you be correct. Okay, this is science. So yes, we can point the finger at our parents and blame the environment and so on and so forth and say that Medicare don't take care of us, vice versa. BS. Pick up your shit, look in the mirror, take responsibility, be soft on yourself, be hard on your on your self-discipline, because you are the only person that can shift it, and you have the power of epigenetics, which means that your thoughts become things. The way you think and the way you feel literally turn on and off different genes. Okay, I'll say that one more time. The way you think and the way you feel literally turn on and off different genes, and that is your opportunity to lean in to make the rest of your life an abundant expression of life and vitality. And that's what we're going to go through in the uncensored version. So rest assured, the secrets are revealed. Rest assured, the science is here. And the only thing that's left is for you to step in and take that responsibility. So we're pumped and honored and excited to see you there.
Thank you so much, Dr. E. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Jaden. Thanks for tuning in. And Michael coming in from Brisbane. So good to see you guys. And we look forward to seeing you guys Dr. E TV in the uncensored version. So if you guys just have a look in the comments, you'll see it there, drespin.com/Dr. E TV, and you can join us in the uncensored version. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very shortly.
Thank you. Let's do this.